Hi, this is Dr. Alexander Haskell. I'm a naturopathic doctor in the state of Utah. I'd like to talk a bit about the origin of illness and chronic disease. Many years ago, Hippocrates said that there were two primary causes of illness. One was the body not receiving all the nutrients it required for health. In other words, every cell or every tissue, organ, if they did not receive the nutrients they required to function optimally, then the person's vitality would decline and be susceptible to illness or symptoms or aging. The second cause that he spoke about was environmental causes, environmental toxins and residues. And at the time, Hippocrates, they had no concept of the germ, and therefore I would add another cause to chronic illness, and that would be viruses and bacteria and fungus or molds to some extent. So I think this concept that he spoke about is as true then as it is today. And I truly believe, after having practiced for about 30 years now, that most of the people I see have very similar origins or causes, underlying causes. And again, it's back to what Hippocrates said: most people I see are undernourished, and most people I see have accumulated a lot of toxins, a lot of chemical residues, insults from our environment, herbicides, pesticides, bisphenol A from plastics, all kinds of things, let alone the types of drugs or prescriptions they've taken in their life, which all, to some extent, they will all leave residues in the body. So there's a very simple model that kind of makes sense to a lot of people, and that is, we're all born with an innate constitution. And I'd like to imagine a bowl, an empty bowl when we're born, and over time that bowl begins to fill, the body begins to fill with these toxins that we breathe in or come through our skin or we ingest. And when the bowl finally completely fills, any more toxins are going to sort of spill over the edges, and then symptoms, chronic, probably not so much acute, but chronic symptoms develop. So the way around this is two ways. One is certainly to be aware of the toxins that we're exposed to and try to reduce or eliminate those toxins so the bowl does not fill anymore. And the second is simply purification, emptying that bowl. And there's quite a few very effective therapies. And really this goes back to the foundation of natural medicine or naturopathy or whatever you want to call it. And that is to find ways or use therapies which will help to drain the bowl, to empty the bowl. And as soon as that bowl begins to, the toxins in the body start to decline, then the person starts to recover their health. But I also believe there's something else going on in sort of the mentality of our population, of our culture right now, and that is that we believe that food will cure us, or that taking supplements or herbs will cure us. But truly, another core of the principle of healing is that each one of us, from the moment of our conception, were gifted, so to speak, an internal wisdom, an internal physician, this innate wisdom that is always, every second of our life, always there to maintain our health and our wellness. And it can speak to us through instincts, but it has the capacity, the miraculous capacity to restore our health, as long as we provide it with what it requires. So nutrients, of course, if we provide those rich nutrients to the body and to the mind, this wisdom will take those nutrients and disperse them, and somehow they get into cells, and our function starts to improve, our vitality starts to improve. If we also help this wisdom with removing what are called obstacles to cure, which is primarily those environmental toxins. We can go through the therapies to allow or to help this innate wisdom to really do its job, and that job is to heal. Remove those toxins, and of course our vitality will increase. Obviously, our present medical system has forgotten these truths that go back to Hippocrates. When a person or a client or patient comes into a physician, of course they're doing the right job as far as lab tests and trying to understand the system, what's going on, and diagnosing the condition. But there's very, very little attention placed upon those two truths which Hahnemann spoke about, and that is there a nutritional deficiency that's the cause or origin of this person's condition? And has this person become exposed to toxins, or have they accumulated toxins in their system that has led to their chronic condition? So underlying cause is seldom addressed, and usually what the system is doing is providing synthetic medicines to reduce symptoms. But it's not really a healing. It may get people out of a crisis, but it's not really a healing. So that component of the wisdom, this innate wisdom of the body, which every physician has had glimpses of in their education. We understand the idea of homeostasis. We hear this in med school and pre-med. We hear this body's ability to maintain homeostasis. In other words, when something goes out of line, some biochemical component, a hormone, whatever it may be, goes out of alignment and starts drifting off in the wrong direction, either too low or too high, there's this innate wisdom that brings things back into homeostasis. But doctors have, well, maybe we never really realized what this meant. This capacity in the body has this ability to bring us back into balance again. So through nutrition, intense or highly concentrated nutrients, through ridding the body of these environmental toxins, the body will bring us not only back into homeostasis, into balance, but also increase our vitality. So this is the point of purification. Going through the purification program is getting all the concentrated nutrients and going through various therapies to rid the body of its total body burden of toxic residues.